Greetings, beloved. I'm Ann-RaNae, your golden goddess aromatherapy oracle. And I'm here to give you a reading on the August 3rd Aquarius full moon that's just occurring today. I'm going to do the reading with the Wisdom of Avalon cards. And I'm also a master aromatherapist. I create essential oil blends at the altar, very sacred blends that are highly transformative and highly complex. So I have been shown how I can project these essential oil blends to you energetically, like I was projecting Reiki. I can send you these frequencies, and with them you will make energetic shifts and you will raise your light quotient as we go through the reading. I'm also going to be speaking about the initiations that you will be undergoing during the Aquarius full moon, two weeks. So let's get started. The full moon occurs at 11 degrees of Aquarius, and the sun is at 11 degrees of Leo. So this is our portal. 1111 is the ascension portal. So we know it is about spiritual initiations. It's about gaining mastery. It's about self-empowerment. In the ancient temples, they often had two columns to walk through into the portal, a black one and a white one, showing that you are stepping into that portal. Through stepping into the portal, you are coming into a balance of the middle way between the light and the darkness and stepping into a greater mastery. So this is what we're doing on this portal. Also in the astrology, the sun is in Leo, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And Mars is in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. So these are the two empowerment planets. They're both very happy where they are. It's going to give us a lot of energy to really move forward with our goals. So when I project the blends, I'm going to tell you I'm projecting them, and I will send them forth like this. It actually comes through me as an energy. Then you breathe it, have the intention to breathe it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies. Just have to have that intention. As you take the breath, you hold it. And after you've held it for a period of time, you can blow it out into the sphere around you. The sphere is very important because this is your own personal space of energy and light and protection. So you want to keep that sphere very strong with your own frequency so that you can be fully aligned with who you are and in your sovereignty. All right, let's get started. The first card is the Wind Fairy. The Wind Fairy is really about your thoughts and where you put your attention. So right away we know that this is a test in keeping your thoughts and your energies high, being aware of what you're saying, being aware of what you're thinking, stepping into a greater mastery of the mental body. This is the theme card for the whole reading. So one of the aspects of this full moon is mastery and spiritual connection. So for that card, I'm going to give you Anchoring Mastery, Living from Intent. So just receive it, breathe it in, hold it, take it into your four lower bodies, and blowing it out into the sphere around you. So every ascension portal is asking us to step into a greater mastery of our physical, our mental, emotional, and memory bodies. So The second card, and the card that's going to be in the middle of our reading, is the partnership card. So this is what is being asked to be brought into manifestation. Now with this card, I always consider it first and foremost partnership with your own higher presence, your I am presence, your higher self, and your soul at the fifth dimension. And then that partnership and being in right relationship with who you truly are will take you to right relationships with your own partners, whether they're intimate partners or they're partners at work, wherever you have that partnership with your children, your families, your parents. This is what we're being asked to step into a greater mastery and a greater harmony with as we go through this portal. So the blend I'm going to give you for that is Divine Union, Sacred Oneness. So receive that, Divine Union, Sacred Oneness. Breathe it in, hold it. Take it into the four lower bodies, the physical, mental, emotional, and memory bodies. And breathing it out into the sphere around you. So we are moving into the age of Aquarius. So this full moon is very important because it is aligned with that energy and that frequency and the resonance of Aquarius. Aquarius is about brotherly love. It's about freedom. It's about adventure. It's about sweetness in relationships and aligned relationships. It's humanitarian and it serves to each other. So we are, Leo is about self-empowerment and Aquarius is about this humanitarian. So we are being asked to step with confidence into a greater role of mastery as a leader in whatever way that we have mastery. Okay, wherever your strong points are, wherever your skills, wherever your passions are, we're being asked to step into a greater mastery and to form strong relationships. The next card is the focus card. The focus card is all about keeping our focus on our true intentions, right? As we focus clearly on our own true intentions, we are putting out a message to the universe of what we're ordering, right? It's like ordering from a menu, right? You say, universe, I would like some chocolate smoothie. And the universe says, fine, we'll get you a chocolate smoothie. So if you say, universe, I would like a sacred relationship. I would like partnership. The universe will say, fine, we'll get you a sacred relationship, right? Because when we focus, we are putting out that kind of a frequency into the universe for what we are focusing on. So for that, Lynn, I'm going to give you Divinely Delicious Directioning. Receive it. Breathe it in, hold it. Breathe in as green, emerald green, and blowing it out into your sphere. So Divinely Delicious Directioning is about seeing the choices that are there for you, evaluating each one, and choosing the best choices. So as we keep our focus on really what we want to bring forth, that creates an energy field that goes out to the universe to be responded by universal energies from the great void to bring into manifestation that which we are desiring. The next card is the bee. So this tells us that the way to do this is to follow our own heart. The bee makes love to the flowers every day, and it loves to be in its bliss. So this reading is telling us that the way to come into partnerships, to come into the right relationship with our own I am presence, with our Christ self as the soul, and with people around us is to be in our heart and to follow what brings us pleasure, right? Because the bee doesn't worry about how it's going to give service every day. It just says, you know what? I'm going to make love with the flowers all day long. And out of that comes its service of pollinating the flowers and producing the honey, the sweetness. So sweet victory is what is on this card. Sweet victory comes to us by keeping our focus and following our passion. So the blend for that is follow your heart, go for it. Receive that. Breath, breathe it in, take it into your four lower bodies. What is your heart calling you to do, to be? What path is your heart calling you to follow? Blow it out into your sphere. What are the true desires of your heart that you want to place in your focus to bring them into manifestation? So the next card is the Raven. The Raven is all about synchronicity and magic and coincidences. So I like to see the Raven as sending forth our intention for what we want to have manifest. You can see that the Raven is on the skull, which is really about the unseen ones, the angels, the masters, the beings of light, and our own ancestors that are helping us from the other side. So when we truly focus on what we want to bring forth with the focus card, when we follow our heart with the bee card, and we send out that kind of frequency and vibration to the universe, this is when the magic happens. This is when the coincidences happen. This is when the synergy begins to happen for us. So for that card, I am going to give you the future dreaming seeding intentions. Future dreaming seeding intentions. So as we dream into what it is we want to bring and we seed the intentions, that is what is going to grow. And in the astrology today, Jupiter is sextile Neptune, which is Neptune is the dreaming, and Jupiter is expansion and good fortune and abundance. So we can use those frequencies now to send out the intention of our hearts. So anchoring, was that right? Future dreaming, seeding intentions. Receive it. Big breath, taking it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies, holding it, really feeling this vibration, seeding intentions, seeding your dreams, creating the dream seed, blowing it out now into your sphere. Big breath, recalibrate. You actually feel your energy starting to shift as you really sit and receive these frequencies. Next card is the Hawk. And the Hawk is about omens and signals. So it's telling us to pay attention to what's happening around us, to the conversations that are being said, to the animals we see, to the headlines that come across our vision, to the songs that are playing on the radio. This is how the spirit world communicates with us and tries to get across information, is through these signals. So we are being asked to pay attention to these signals that are coming from our own soul as the inner GPS and the masters and the angels who are working with us. So one of the aspects of this full moon is freedom Aquarius brings in that aspect and breakthroughs. So following the signals are going to help us create the breakthroughs for our life, to pay attention when there's an opportunity there that we can take advantage of, or an energy that's moving that we can ride on. So the blend for this is Cry of the Hawk, Flight to Freedom. Cry of the Hawk, Flight to Freedom. Receive it. Breath, hold it. Bring it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies. Let it settle now. Cry of the Hawk, Flight to Freedom. And blow it out into your sphere. Okay, so the next card is the Love card. So it's asking us now to open our heart, come into that place of heart-centeredness, to come into presence, to anchor the love that you are, the light that you are, through your body and into the heart of Earth. Now, when you see the layout, you will see that the hawk is on one diagonal with the love card on the other, and in the center is the partnership. So we are clearly being shown that if we pay attention to the signals, we keep our heart space open, and we keep our attention focused on love and partnership, that kind of frequency is what is being called for us to send forth to the universe during this cycle of the Aquarius full moon. So the blend I'm going to give you for love is called the Portal of Transcendence. Only love is real. Portal of Transcendence. Only love is real. So receive it. Breathe it in. Take it into your four lower bodies. Portal of Transcendence. Only love is real. Bathe now in this frequency. When you're ready, you can blow it out into the sphere. I'm also projecting the rose pink flame of the Divine Mother, the rose pink flame of love. See it coming around you now, swirling around you like a moving, flickering flame of a candle, surrounding you now with that frequency, with that vibration of love. Receive it. Nice. So the next card is the horse. Horse is about taking your power and running with it. So we see that she is a divine feminine horse. She's fully in her power. She's in her mastery. And she's not just standing in the pasture eating grass. She's running forward with her empowerment, with a force and with intention. So this is what you're being asked to do, is to receive a new increment of your own empowerment. From that sun in Leo, it's shining on you. It's bringing you confidence. It's bringing you energy to move forward with your goals. So now the time is time to move forward. So I'm going to give you a couple blends for this. The first one is say, yes, the time is now. The time is now for moving forward. Breathe it in. Hold it. What is it that you're being asked to move forward on in your own life? What is your next yes? What is your next step? Blowing it out into your sphere. So the other blend I'm going to give you for this is called Flight to Freedom, Self-Empowerment. Receive that. Breathe it. Flight to Freedom, Self-Empowerment. Taking your power as the horse and running with it. So the next card is the spider. The spider is all about spinning the sacred geometry in the dream catcher, your own dream catcher. So we've talked about the dreams, the aspect of bringing down your intention, what it is you truly want to put into your life. The spider weaves that sacred geometry into her web, but then she doesn't go looking for her prey. She patiently waits and she magnetizes her prey through her own intention. So this reading is all about focusing on what you want, sending forth the intention, and bringing forth those energetics that are going to support the manifestation through your own heart's desire and your own sacred geometry that you have now placed within your dream catcher. So the blend is joyful co-creation, manifesting with spirit. Everything comes from the spirit realm. Everything is manifested first through thought, then through word, then through your emotions, comes into the emotional body, your desire to see it, to have it, to be it, and then it anchors in the physical realm. So joyful co-creation, manifesting with spirit. Receive it. The big breath. Blowing it out into your sphere. Sometimes we think we have good ideas from the human personality and the human ego, but if we will allow spirit to co-create with us, we can have so much more than what we could even imagine was possible. But we have to be able to invite spirit in, the higher mind, the higher consciousness into the sphere of our life. We can receive the divine inspirations when we do that. And it's always so much better than what we could have created from the human personality. And that's the truth. So the truth card comes in. We're in a time now of so much happening on the earth, so we don't even know what's true and what's not. It's really the unraveling of the old and the creation of the new paradigm. So we are all being asked to go inside to discover our own truth. Truth isn't the same for everybody, and truth is not always the same for us. As we change and we grow in consciousness, we see a new, higher truth. So sometimes we have to leave behind what we thought was true, what our parents told us was true, what our ancestors gave to us, what the media gave to us. We have to leave that behind to discover our own truth within. And to be a sovereign being, we really have to stand within our own truth, whether it's the truth that our parents have, or our spouses have, or our children believe. Sovereignty is about aligning with your own authentic self and standing in your own truth, embodying even your own truth. So the blend is dissolving illusion, discovering my truth. Receive it. The breath, hold it, take it into the 4 lower bodies. Dissolving illusion, discovering my truth. This is a process, and it's a continual process. So many things are shifting on the outer world, and yes, it takes aligning with your own truth to really be able to come into equipoise and centeredness, and to stay there during this time of great transitioning. So the last card is the King. He really represents male authority, justice, structures. He would be the archetype that would go with the planet Saturn. We know Saturn has a huge role to play, along with Pluto in this 2020 year. They were in conjunction in January, so they set the theme of the whole year. Pluto being transformation, Saturn being the old structures, the old ways of doing things. So we see that the old ways and the old thoughts and the old social ways of society are being dismantled to free up the old energy so that that old energy can be recalibrated and reused, recycled, really, into a new form that will totally support the whole. So it's also about creating your own personal foundation that's strong. The king in the olden times was known as the priest king because he had great spiritual attainment, and he was also king of the people. He was the leader. But that priest king always had the highest and best good for every member of the kingdom in mind and made all the decisions based from that concept. So another aspects of Aquarius is service. So we are being asked to sit about on the throne of our own life, to really come into alignment with our own truth, to serve all of those around us in the best way possible, with the greatest love of our heart. So the blend for this is remembering I am. This is about remembering that you are a divine being. You are a spiritual being here in a physical embodiment. You are here to serve. We are all here to serve each other. So as we're moving into this age of Aquarius, going through the initiations through the rest of the year, we are undergoing these initiations of moving from service to self, to serving others, to serving the whole, to fulfilling our own divine destiny. So I'm going to give you that blend now. Remembering I am. Receive it. Take it into the 4 lower bodies with the breath. It's just about remembering that your true essence is love and light. Blow it out when you're ready. About remembering that you are a co-creator of your own life. but nothing happens randomly. It all happens through the energy that you generate and put out to the world. Remembering I am. This is so important. You know, before we come into embodiment, we actually remembered who we were and what we were coming here to do. But once we come through the portal of birth, we go into that veil of forgetfulness. Even young children still have that direct knowing and that connection, but so often, unless your parents are really tuned in and dialed in, there's nobody around you to help you remember who you really are. So the whole of our lives is the process of remembering who we are as divinity, as the true essence of our own soul at the fifth dimension, and our own I am presence in the higher dimensions. So to recap, the center card is partnership. This initiation of this portal is about creating partnership through strong intentions, in creating partnership through an open heart, in creating the life that we desire to have through our focusing on our true intentions, sending that frequency and vibration out into the world so that we, on the return current comes the full manifestation of what we really, 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 truly want to manifest within our heart. So, beloveds, I bless you. I thank you for tuning into my channel, for being here with me. Take this information and use it to pass your tests that you will be spiritually given during the next 2 weeks. To step more fully into your own self-confidence from the Leo aspect of the sun. To open more fully into your service aspect by the moon and the divine feminine, empowering your service and your humanitarianism. Choose to be more than you ever thought you could be. The possibilities are endless. And we say yes to that. Namaste. If you like what I do, please support me on my Patreon. I'll put the link below. Bless you.